I started as a robotics and automotive engineer when I was still working in India, and then I moved to the Middle East, where I was working as a strategy consultant initially, and then more focused towards consulting for tech in terms of public policy, in terms of uh, fundraising, working with startups, investing in them as well. And that's when I decided to make the leap and do the MBA. So it wasn't specifically just an MBA. It was what the Cambridge MBA was offering was a unique set of experiences which I felt I needed. So as I mentioned, I was already working in tech, working with startups, and I wanted to break into the venture capital sector, right? But the sector anywhere across the world is very competitive. It's hard to get into. So you need that edge. Cambridge really stood out because of its deep connections to the tech industry, especially one that you have based within the city. And throughout this whole year, we've had so much exposure to them, not just at the business school, but throughout the university, through our colleges, throughout the various student groups that we have at JBS, at the university, and beyond as well. So there's been a lot of interaction with founders, with investors, with thought leaders in very exciting spaces like AI, for which I've been very thankful to because AI started to take off when we had just arrived here. And there's so many interesting people across the entire value chain to speak to in Cambridge. I'm not just talking about founders, startups, investors, that ecosystem, but you have the technical skill here as well, right? You have researchers, you have engineers, and because I also became the chair of the AI SIG, which really helped me to connect with these people. We also coordinated and organized a bunch of events across the industry, which was also really helpful for me to understand what the market wants, what I can do to get those skills, and how can the business school help me or support me to get those skills as well. After applying to judge, I stopped all the other applications because I was like, I'm not going to get this unique set of uh, offerings at most other places. So all the classes that we had on leadership specifically, and especially those that delved into uh, human psychology behind the leadership, that was very interesting. I took an elective in Lent term on leadership in organizations by Professor Joaquin Menges. It was a transformative experience. Going back to Michaelmas, management praxis, so much fun. As time has gone on and as we have worked with more and more groups, uh, just those really scientific insights on how groups work, group dynamics, leadership, pushing boundaries, etc., understanding people. That is a toolkit that I think which I'll carry for the next decade and more, because once you get into leadership positions, those things become even more pertinent. So I really love that experience of sitting in class and debating with professors and my own colleagues on what leadership means, what does it mean in today's world, and everything surrounding it. You can come here as whoever you were earlier, and you can honestly start off with a blank slate if you choose to. The university is sort of a safe space to let your mind wander and explore all that it wants to. And there are very few places on this earth that allow that.